So it's Wednesday, June 9th. It's about 9:10 a.m. I want to say tidal height is around 2 feet. So the last 3 or 4 times I've come at high tide at Wade, I haven't done very well. But I did get a couple of bites at the 2 to 3 foot level, so that's the reason why I'm coming back at this time. Luckily, it just happens to be in the morning when I fish. It's a little windy today, but man, what a beautiful day on the Oregon coast. And I'm in an awesome mood because I had a wonderful dinner with my 85-year-old aunt last night, my Aunt Betty. And it was just so nice to be able to spend time with family. And what a beautiful day though, oh my God. And wave action is right in front. So I'm headed to the south. This is exactly what I was hoping for when coming back at this height. So we'll see how results are though. I was looking back at how many trips I've taken this year, so it's almost 6 months into the year, and I'm guessing I've taken about 40 to 45 trips, but I would say 2/3 of them were in the first 3 months because I was fishing a lot in January, February, and March because I didn't get a chance to fish a lot in October, November, December, because of how high the energies are. But I kind of slacked off in April and May. But just recently got the bug again, so I'm going to start being a little more serious about coming out to Moolac. All right, I'm going to go right here. Waves are right there, and let's see how it goes. So this is about 2.5 hours after low tide. Low tide was a minus 0.5 today at around 6:30. So let's see how it goes. Oh, so one of the things I forgot to mention today was that I got gulp and top and bottom, but I'm using Terry Bollinger's method of using 2 club worms, so I got that on the bottom hook. So I'm hoping we catch on the club worm. I haven't tried the club worm in the last 2 or 3 times, so let's see how it goes. All right, so on my first cast, I got a pretty strong drift going from left to right, so I'm just bending my spider weight legs up a little higher to try and get them to stick more. Okay, second cast, nothing on the first one, but it drifted left to right pretty quickly, so I had to reel in pretty fast. On the spider weight, definitely slowed the drift down. I would say by at least 75%, but I'm still getting a drift from left to right, so it's pretty strong today. I don't usually have this much drift when I bend the legs up that much. I was forecasted around 220, and it's pretty close to that because I can stand pretty far up and not really get knocked around today. So conditions are totally awesome. This is my 4th cast. Been here about 10 minutes and no action. I'm just ooching my way down south as I keep fishing. Okay, by how far the swells go up, and you can see I'm standing way down into the water today, and again, you can't do that on a high energy day. 35 minutes, I'm guessing I got in about 9, maybe 10 casts. Worked about, I'm guessing 100 to 150 yards south of the Mouth Creek, and 0 action so far, 0 bites. So just gonna keep pushing my way down south. Wave action actually looks pretty decent here. It doesn't look what I would consider optimal, but there's definitely deep water. Unfortunately, the big crashing waves are way out there, but there's still a bunch of smaller waves that are crashing closer. And the water looks plenty deep, so I'm hoping I'm gonna get a bite here soon, but probably another 20 minutes, and if nothing, I'm gonna bag it. Okay, so been here just short of an hour, and I'm guessing I got about 18, 19, 20 casts in. 0 action. I've covered about 350 to 400 yards south of the Creek of the Mouth. This is kind of the optimum tide I was hoping for. The catch conditions actually look really good. Fishing conditions are awesome. Low swells, winds died down, blue sky, sunshine. And I thought catch conditions were looking pretty good too. You can see the crashing waves are right here. But again, 0 bites in an hour. So I'm going to start fishing my way back south. See what happens. My way back on the south side. As I move further north, all of a sudden it got really shallow. And then the crashing waves are way out there. Whereas I was down there before. And you can see how there's a lot more crashing waves down there. So it's just interesting as you drift down the beach how things change. So anyway, so instead of fishing my way all the way back to the mouth of the creek on the south side, I'm going to start walking directly up to the north and try a few casts there. If you remember, and I forget the person's name, but they posted they got a pretty decent one on the north side. So I'm just going to go straight walk up there, take a few casts, and then probably call it a day if no action. All right, let's do a quick summary. It's 10:30. Been here an hour and 15 minutes. I'm guessing I got in just a few casts over 20. I'm guessing maybe 22 to 25 casts in there somewhere. 0 bites. Went about 350, 400 yards south of the mouth. So I still got a ways to get to the mouth, but I'm going to go try north. It looks like to me on the north side the crashing waves are a lot closer. So that's kind of where I'm headed. All this blue water, no white, so that's how shallow it is. And then the waves are way out there, and you can see there are some crashing waves close by, but they're very tiny. So you're casting into very shallow water, so that's the reason why I'm just bypassing it all. I'm gonna go try on the north side. And again, you know, I just try. Oh, I see mole crabs now. But again, I'm just trying to improve my chances of catching by, you know, reading waves. It doesn't always work for me, but it does work sometimes. Anyway, let's go see what happens on the north side. North side of the creek. I guess. Okay, so I'm just at the mouth of the creek, heading north. And again, I can tell you that the wave action here is much better, and it's much closer than on the south side. Don't know if it'll translate it into any action, but let's give it a few shots. Gonna give it like 5 to 10 casts, and if nothing, then I'm definitely gonna bag it. So you can see the wave action here is much better, so I'm getting second hope. But the first hour and 10 minutes was pretty dismal. Again, about 20 to 25 casts, covered a lot of area, and man, 0 action. So that's 2 trips in a row now. So it's like going on 3 hours and a half of 0 action. And I'm probably guessing about 40 to 50 casts. So last 2 trips. There's hardly any drift here, so I'm gonna bend my spider legs back down because my weight is sticking way too much. So just bend them down and it'll drift a little bit more. Been here an hour and 45 minutes. Got in about 30 to 35 casts, most of them on the south. I did about 7, 8 casts on the north side, but I only covered probably 100 yards on the north. I didn't even make it up to the trees. So it was a dismal catching day, but man, what an awesome fishing day. Conditions are great, blue skies, sunshine, it's warm, there's no wind now, but boy, what just a beautiful day to be standing in the water on the Oregon coast. I'm so lucky. All right, that's 2 trips in a row, total skunks. Last time I gave it my pretty good shot. I gave it a pretty good shot this time, so you know, that's 2 trips in a row where I've tried to catch and haven't had any success. So yeah, just because you try hard doesn't mean they're going to show up for you. So I'm going to come back a different day. I guess my 2 to 3 foot tidal height didn't work today on the south, so I'm going to try something else. Maybe a different beach. All right, that's it for today.